if I jump into Power Automate, you can see that we've got this, this Power Automate flow here. And there's a trigger, an RSS trigger that is when a feed item is published. And all we need to do is pass in the URL of the RSS feed. And you can see here that here is the RSS feed that we want to pull in content from. And we can see here that the next action that we're taking is a compose action. So when we go to add an action, there is one of these actions that is called compose. And we can then build out and craft out our operation there. So after digging around in the SharePoint API and through the developer tools, I was able to get the construct or the right format to be able to then send that to the SharePoint API to create this news link post. Then there's plenty of resources out there on the internet also to be able to get the right format here. But you can see here what we're doing is we're crafting out this this little bit of JSON here that we're going to then push out to the SharePoint API. So we can see that we're passing in a banner image URL, because what we can see on this page here, these items here that have got a blank image don't have any value. But you can see here that in this particular one, it's a little bit different. We've got this banner URL here. All right, so what I've got in the site assets library, I've just got a specific header. Now, the reason I like to do this is that you might have different feeds or different, you could potentially have different flows coming in here, right, that have different content coming from different resources or different sites. It could be industry news or updates or things like that. And a good way to separate or segment out from a visual side of things is to have maybe some common header images depending on the type of content. So I've uploaded a PNG image to the site assets library. We're passing in the description and that's a dynamic value here, because as part of this trigger, what we're getting back is a lot of dynamic data fields, right? So we can see on the right hand side that we've got ID, we've got title, we've got the primary feed link, which takes us actually to the page when it's updated, when it's published, the feed summary, copyright information, and a few other different things that are coming back from that RSS feed that we can then insert into our flow. So I've dynamically done that. I've got the feed summary in the description. I've got the original source URL as the primary feed link, and I've got the title as the feed title. I won't go into detail about all the other things here, but just know that that's the format that is required to be able to programmatically create a news link in the SharePoint site that we're talking about. We then, after we compose our data here, we then go and send a HTTP request to the SharePoint API.